Today we are going to celebrate the puja of Lakshmi. And I have already told you that Lakshmi came out of the sea. And Greece is the Navi of the universe. And whatever Lakshmi they have got, well, they have got it out of the seafaring activities they have. So it is very apt that we should worship Lakshmi in Greece and understand what is the significance of Lakshmi is. Can you hear me there, all of you? Now, I have described many times, but again I will describe it to you. That Lakshmi is the one who is a mother by nature. So a person who has Lakshmi, a person who has got mother, must have a motherly benevolent temperament. That's one thing. Then another thing is that she stands on the lotus in the water. So a person who has got Lakshmi must have a balance. If he moves this side or that side, left or right side, he immediately goes inside the Bhavasana. Secondly, her one hand is giving and another hand is protection like this. So, that is a person who has got Lakshmi money should be generous. He should be giving. And right hand, he should protect all the people who are working under him or who are related to him, his relations or other things, or any other organizations or anything that he is connected with. He should try to patronize it and protect it from all kinds of dangers. The second part is that one hand of the Lakshmi has got a book in her hand and another has second part is the two hands of the Lakshmi which are on top of her head have got two lotuses in her hand. That shows a person who is rich should have a heart like a lotus. The lotus heart is like this, that even a very thorny type of an insect comes to the lotus in the night to sleep. The lotus opens its own petals and allows that thorny type of insects to sleep in a very cozy way on the corona of the lotus, so that he sleeps well there, comforted. In the same way, a person who is very rich should have a capacity to allow guests to come in his house and to see to the comfort of the guest. Whatever may be the status of that guest, whatever may be the situation of that guest, but that is immaterial. What is important is that he is your guest and you have to look after that guest, and whatever he asks for, you must provide for. Of course, in the modern times, it's all vanishing to thin air. But we have so many examples in India where once a guest came like that and asked that he would like to eat the flesh of the child of the king. So the king said, all right, you can have the flesh. And he cooked the flesh and gave it to the guest. And guest was nobody else but it was Sri Krishna, as you can say, Sri Vishnu. And after 5 minutes, He called the name of the boy, and the boy came running to the well. There are so many stories. Another one is Harishchandra, who had a guest who came as Vamana, which against Vishnu, to take his test. And he asked for all his kingdom. So Harishchandra gave him all his kingdom and went into the forest with his wife and suffered a lot. But in that sufferings, he got his moksha and got again complete reward of his kingdom and everything, very much purified. And also there is a case of this coming to a king, Sri Vishnu as Vamana, and he asked that you have to give me land which will be measured by my 3 steps. Bali was his name. He said, all right, whatever you say. So with 1 foot, he touched the sky. With another foot, he touched the Mother Earth. With the 3rd foot, he put Bali's head and put him in the Patala, in the lower world. And that's how Vamana Avtara came. So, like that, we have various such examples in India, like when the guests are there, how we have to treat them and how we have to be absolutely subservient and absolutely looking after them. And it should be an honor for us to do this. This is our search culture. But what I find that in the modern times, people just don't like this because people have become very selfish. But it is always reciprocal. If you have guests in your house and you look after them, then it is always rewarded back. Always. In so many ways. In my own lifetime I have seen that even slightest help you give to someone, how it comes back to you in a very big way. For example, they were, what's the matter with the children? Why are they? Lenin, can't you sit properly? Is it Lenin?
It's straight Shrimati.
Who is this child? Are you not Sahajogis? Whose child is this one? Is the one who is...
Ruth.
Huh?
Ruth.
He's a new Sahajogi, is he? Yes, to keep with you. Now if the children misbehave, we'll ask them to go out of puja, right? Children must behave themselves and sit quiet, all of them. So, once I was sitting outside my house and I was meeting someone in Delhi. And the people came and they said that we have no place to go to, we are refugees and we have such a big house, you can give us one room. Very thankful. And I had a house which had a room which was just outside. It was not, in no way connected with the house. We could have easily given that. So I said, all right, doesn't matter. You can stay with us. With the vibrations, I knew they were nice people. They were not telling lies. In the evening, my brother came and my husband came, and both of them said, now what sort of people these are, God knows, and what will they do to us, and this and that. They were very happy. I said, now I've given them the house, all right. It's my responsibility. For 1 month, they were very much worried. I said, they cannot come inside the house, they are outside. So what is the harm? They are refugees, let them stay. They stayed on. Actually, they were very talented people. And then there was one Muslim guy. And there were riots. After this Lahore trouble, there was a riot in Delhi of a very bad nature. And all these Sikh people came to my house and they said, we have heard there's a Muslim stay here. I told them there is none. They said, how can you say that? I said, you see, I'm wearing such a big degree. I am myself a Hindu. Why will I keep a Muslim in my house? Can you get away from here? And if you have to misbehave, then I'll call the police. So this man was safe, you see. And after that, what happened that I just lost them. They went away, they got some jobs. Then the lady who came became a very great actress. Very great actress. And the man, the Muslim gentleman, was a poet, Shahid Ludhiani, poet there. Who people know Shahid Ludhiani. He was a great poet. And after many years, see, we wanted to make a film. And they wanted this lady to be the mother in that film. I said, I will not ask her. She doesn't know me that I am here. And otherwise, you see, she will have to agree because she'll feel obliged to me. So I just don't want to say it. If you want, you can approach her and don't tell her my name. So when they went to her, she said, oh no, I can't do it and this and that. So they said, all right, you come to the opening ceremony, then we'll see it, if you like it. Then. She was saying, I'll need a sari, you'll have to give me a sari, this, that, and all those things she was demanding. And so much money. So she came for the opening of that film. She saw me sitting, she just came to me, hugged me, started crying. How are you here? What are you doing here after such a long time? I'm meeting you here. And this. So they told that she's the one who wants to make this film. Oh my God, they said, you didn't tell me what a sin I committed. I would give my life for this lady and all. And they were so surprised. And that's how the film was made. So small things you do good to somebody, you see, it comes out in many ways. Even if you are kind to people who are supposed to be not so good, people say, I think it works. Like one boy was very badly hurt. He had bandage here, and bandage there, standing there, and he told me that I have no work, can I come and work with you? I said, all right, come along. So I put him in the car, brought him home. So as usual, my brother and my husband got very angry with me. Who is this one you have brought in? Who is he? After all, he this and that. I said, he's all right, I'll treat him, I'll put him right, and it's all right. I was treating him. They said, no, you must go to the police, we must send him to the police. Might be, he might have run away from police, whatever. So, it happened about 8 days that he got cured. I said, let him get cured, and then he was much better. And that day, night, he ran away from the house because they were forcing him to go to police. And he took away all my husband's money, his coats and suits and my brother's everything that he had. And my ornaments were lying there, he didn't touch anything. Took away all those there. In the morning, these two got up. This your nephew has run away. I said, yes, but what? He's run away with all our things, our shoes, our coats and your things he has not touched. Even my ornaments, gold ornaments were lying on the table, he didn't touch it. So I said, this is the thing you must do. Why were you after his life? After all, he was doing well and he was with me. You were after his life. So he has to prove that, yes, he will go to police, but this is the way he is going to do it. So many things like this happen in life. That's so interesting to see how. And you suddenly come across somebody and they tell you, oh, you don't remember, I've been this, I've been that, you have helped me so much. So always, if you are generous, you are always fed back by something. Like if you open one door, breeze won't come in. But if you open the second door, then the breeze starts coming in. So this is one of the qualities of the person who is a Lakshmipati, the one who has money, is to give and to protect. Now most of the people who are rich people are extremely harsh with their servants, with the people who depend on them, very aggressive and try to torture. But in the long run it doesn't pay. I have seen it. See, if you try to be very careful, like in my house, my servants will never leave me. I mean, I don't know, everybody used to say our servant has run away, somebody used to say he doesn't want to stay, and we have had 3 servants, 5 servants. If I had one servant, he would last me till I absolutely died like that. So I used to wonder what is the problem with these people. Actually, in the beginning they would come, they would be very hungry, and so I would leave everything open to them, eat as much as they like. So they used to eat everything, and then they would feel very much satisfied. That, oh, no, it's too much. And whatever you may leave in the fridge or anywhere, they would not eat. So everything used to be open in my house, never closed. If they wanted to eat rice, they can eat. Whatever they wanted to, they can do. Whatever they want. And then they became part and parcel of the household. They started looking after everything very well. And they would never steal anything, never eat anything like that. And no problems. While others would lock everything, even the salt they would lock. And count everything, and very strict with the servant. And their servants would run away after 3 days or 4 days, and they would have servants problem. I never had anywhere. So this is it, that one has to understand that how you, those people who are your near and dear, how you treat them, your neighbors, your friends, those people who are dependent on you. Now somebody is dependent on you, then people try to show down that person all the time, so in a way that the person feels very much humiliated. Then when he gets out of that house, he takes a revenge and he ill-treats them. So this protection has to be there. Now she is standing on a lotus, means on something that's very beautifully made but very delicate. So she handles people very delicately and on a balance. Now when people have money, they go into imbalances very easily. You give somebody some money, immediately he'll go to a pub, get drunk, he'll have 5, 6 women around him, or if she's a woman, she'll run after men and do all that. So money is a very, I should say, a very dangerous thing, because it gives you imbalance. It gives you a terrible imbalance. If you have money, too much money, then you get into such imbalances that you cannot get rid. And one has to be very careful. You must have seen people who have money, how their children get spoiled, how husband gets spoiled, the wife gets spoiled, all kinds of things are there. So money has a very big spoiling effect. And so she stands on the lotus. And anybody who goes into imbalances falls into the Bhavasana. Because the Lakshmi is, as you know, is the consort of Vishnu. And she resides with me on the sea. So now the word Mari has come also from the same, because we call her Maria. Now, Maria is Mahalakshmi. The word comes from the marine, because she was born out of the sea. And that's why we call her Maria. Now this Mahalakshmi is a higher principle. When a person gets into balance and behaves like a Lakshmi and has all the affluence and he's heartbeat and very sensitive, then what happens? That he develops another principle within himself. He starts manifesting the Mahalakshmi. The Mahalakshmi is the thing that you start seeking this way. This Mahalakshmi principle is very important, and it's also the parasympathetic nervous system is looked after the Mahalakshmi principle, and the whole of Sushumna is nothing but Mahalakshmi. So when this principle is awakened within us, then we start seeking. We are satisfied people, we do not go hankering after others' things, do not become greedy, and we do not try to acquire things that belong to others, and all other kinds of illegal things we do for money. Or people now decide, I saw the court searching out people who are smuggling drugs. So it's all madness. Because this is no use. What will they do with so much money? But the greed goes on and on and on. There's no end to it, and people do all kinds of bad things to get money. But money never gives you joy. If it had given joy, then people would have been happy, but they are not. So the Mahalakshmi principle rises when you try to find beyond. Of course, the Mahalakshmi principle you do get uh, you do get all kinds of comforts and all kinds of blessings, material blessings also in every way. But you do not hanker after them, and you do not deprive people of their things, or sort of you do not tax them with money. You are not bothered, and the money runs after it. When you are in the Mahalakshmi condition, then say that Lakshmi comes and fills the water in your house like that. So then there is no problem. The Mahalakshmi principle is the one which gives you all kinds of things which we can call as the fame, then also the victory, also success, also satisfaction, dignity, and Aishwarya is wealth which is dignified. All this you can have if your Mahalakshmi principle is awakened. And then through Mahalakshmi principle only you get your realization. So now in India, for example, there are 3 temples of Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasi, Saraswati. The Mahalakshmi temple is in Kolhapur, which is a Swayambhu, means it has come out of the Mother Earth. And is there, that principle is there. And this Mahalakshmi temple, there people go and sing the song of these Namadevas, which you sing, Yoga, Udo Udo Ambe. Because only in the Mahalakshmi channel, which is the Sushumna, the Ambe is the Kundalini has to rise. That's why they sing the song that you the in the Mahalakshmi channel, let the Kundalini rise. That is Udo Udo Ambe, means O Kundalini, you rise. But they sing it in Mahalakshmi temple, not in the temple of any other Mahakali or anywhere, but in the temple of Mahalakshmi. And people didn't understand why in the temple of Mahalakshmi these people were singing. Because only in the Mahalakshmi temple, means in the Mahalakshmi channel, this Kundalini has to rise and get away. Now this Mahalakshmi principle first was manifested at the time of Sri Rama as Sita. Then it was manifested later on, Mahalakshmi principle, as Radha. Ra means energy, Dha means the one who sustains the energy. So it manifested as Radha. And then it manifested of Maria, Christ's mother. She is Radha herself, but she created her own child. As Radha created, it's all described in the Devi Bharati, that Radha, how she took the form and how she created her own child, which is our Lord Jesus Christ. So this is how Mahalakshmi principle is manifested best in the life of Maria. And then this Maria kept quiet. She never said she was anything. But Christ did say about her, and on the cross he said, "Behold the mother," means the Mahalakshmi. The Mahalakshmi, so should see to Mahalakshmi. The Mahalakshmi, it has many meanings. It also means behold the Adishakti. It also means behold the Mahalakshmi, means the channel. It also means that your principle of Mahalakshmi. So that's what he said. Because on the cross he was very much in pain. But he said, "Behold the mother." And that is the significance, that these people have to look after their Mahalakshmi principle, and also they have to look after the ascent and the Adishakti. But this Mahalakshmi principle is there within us now, awakened, because we are also yogis and the Kundalini has come up. But still we sometimes lose our balance. We go to the left or to the right. There are some people in Sahaja Yoga who came to Sahaja Yoga and were making money and all that, and they fell off. Even after coming to Sahaja Yoga, we continue with all our nonsensical things. So if you have to ascend, we must know that our Mahalakshmi principle has to be absolutely pure. And that purity we must achieve, and we should put all our attention towards us. Because in the Sahasrara, the same Mahalakshmi becomes the Viratangana. Is the power of the Virata. Virata means, you can say, the macrocosm. Macrocosm. So, with the brain, she becomes the Viratangana. And there she is to look after the brain. So, this Mahalakshmi principle that enters into the brain and gives you new dimensions to your awareness, and also lot of knowledge that you know, and you become really very dynamic. So, the first thing that happens to you with Mahalakshmi principle, that you become very intelligent and you start absorbing many things which you would normally not do. For example, to sing a Hindi song and Marathi song is not easy. But you have seen how Sahajogis sing it so easy. Only Sahajogis can sing, nobody else can sing. So that shows that it gives you a new dimension. Also, you know about so many musicians who have played before me and suddenly have become very great musicians and have become very well-known people in India. So all the musicians in India respect me very much and they always want that I should listen to them. Also, it happens in every area of our adventures. Like even it helps you in your business. We have some business people who came to Sahajoga, now they have become tycoons. So the Mahalakshmi principle acts not only on our financial side, material side, also on our creative side. We become very creative in our art, in our expressions of our literature and all those things. So this principle is the main principle we have to stick on to, is the Mahalakshmi principle. And I am very happy that in this today we are celebrating this Lakshmi Puja, which ultimately has to become the Mahalakshmi Puja. But problem is that still the people in Greece are still lost in 2-3 things which are very dangerous and are harmful. First of them is alcohol. Alcohol is against Lakshmi. If alcohol comes from one side, they say the bottle comes from one door and the Lakshmi runs away from another, much faster than. So you have seen that people who drink, how their families are doing, and absolutely they don't have any money left. And another is this what you call is gambling. Gambling is absolutely against, because it's disrespect of the Lakshmi Tattva. Because Lakshmi should not be achieved by dwindling or by cheating or also by some sort of a trick or a play. That should not be done. And when it is done, it is not respected, so she goes away. That's why a person who goes to races, you will find, he can never be rich. Today he will be rich, tomorrow he will be a beggar. So all these things are in Sahajoga. Even people who play these, what you call, share markets and stock markets and all that, is against the Lakshmi principle. It doesn't work out. So the Lakshmi principle, if it works out well, you can get out of the problem of money. But for that, it is important that you have to meditate and cleanse your navis. And the navis are on the right side, I tell you, is of course is the Raja Lakshmi, which is the gives you dignity, is the queen, I should say. But on the left hand side is the wife, the Graha Lakshmi. And when the Graha Lakshmi, the wives are not sensible, if they don't understand their responsibilities, said in Sanskrit, Yatra Narya Pujyante Tatra Ramante Devata, where the women are respectable and respected, there only the gods will reside. So, what happens is that when the housewives lose their dignity, lose their purpose, lose their aim in life, also become very wayward and stupid when they try to compete with men, then the society starts getting disoriented. Gradually you find there is a great decline and a decadence of the society system. Today we find in the West we can call it a decadence, very decadent. And for that, I think the women of the West are responsible. If women had kept their feet on their grounds, they could never have become so dependent. But it has happened now. It's the responsibility of all the Sahajoginis to be good housewives, to live with dharmikta, to be kind to others, look after other Sahajoginis. I have already told them today how they have to treat others, and they are there to preserve. They are not there to dominate, but to preserve the society of Sahajoginis. Now in this place we have here maybe the Purvajas, the forefathers of Damatis might have been doing some very dharmic things, or might have been very religious people, or might have been very God-fearing, that I could come here and we could do this puja here. So it is according to their punyais, their good deeds, which has brought this puja here. And I am sure they all will be blessed here and their souls will be happy, and that they will take their birth away to get their realization. So it's a very good thing to come here and achieve this puja here. I'm very much thankful to you all for coming down here, because it's a little far away from Athens, but such a peaceful and a beautiful place for a puja. And as you see today, the first moon day, a very auspicious day today, and it's the Lakshmi which came out on the first night of the Manthana, as they say so. So she was brought out of the sea. Lakshmi was brought out of the sea. And one of the 14 things that came out of the sea, one of them was the Lakshmi. And Greeks understood this, and they worked very hard to have a fleet of ships, and they made their money only out of shipping activity. And so that shows that they had the idea about Lakshmi for very well. Tina was here, and once I went and saw the museum man here, and he told me that we only used to believe in Athena, in one goddess. But then some Indians came and told us this one goddess takes 3 forms. And these are the 3 forms of Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. These are the 3 forms. Some Indians told us. So Greeks knew about it for that. Also they must be knowing about Kundalini, the way they have used the word sacred. So it is important for us to start new traditions and new behavior and a new type of society, new ways that people will see and know that these are the people who are really working on their Mahalakshmi. May God bless you.